Bienvenidos a Taste of Mexico. Y amigos, today we're going to talk about chiles en nogada. We're not only going to talk about, we're going to prepare a chile en nogada. In a nutshell, chile en nogada is a poblano pepper that is stuffed with meat and fruit and nuts, and then it's bathed in a pecan sauce. So right now I'm peeling those pecans to make that sauce. This is the most elaborate part of the recipe. I strongly recommend you to do this with your loved ones. Open a bottle of wine, or have a beer, or even have a jarrito, a boing, a agüita de Jamaica. But if you do this with a loved one, it's gonna make it easier, quicker, and a lot more fun. Chiles en nogada are now a staple dish of this season because there's a legend around this dish that isn't true. This legend says that this was a dish that was created for a guy named Agustin de Iturbide as part of the commemoration for our recently acquired independence. This was in 1821. Truth is that this recipe has been in las cocinas poblanas for the last 300 years. So we got no idea if Agustin de Iturbide actually ate this dish. This was originally a dessert. It became the main course when we started adding meat to the recipe. I love to think that a dish that it is way more Spanish than Mexican has become a national emblem. The majority of ingredients in this dish were brought to us. They were grown in Puebla because of the special climate conditions that Puebla has. I just heard an archaeologist say, I got no idea if this is actually verified. Poblano pepper didn't exist before. It was supposedly created out of a pepper that was grown in Africa and a poblano and a chile endemic from Mexico. I let my nuez de Castilla soak for one night in milk, and then I boiled it for like 5 minutes, and that has made this very, very easy. Still, don't be fooled, this took me an hour. And if you're someone like me that has no cooking abilities whatsoever, you're gonna see it's very easy to make. And I hope that this confession encourages you to do your own chile en nogada. We're gonna grill them in a comal, and when we start hearing that there's a like this, like popping, we're gonna turn them over, do the same process on the other side, and then we're gonna let them sweat in a plastic bag just for us to make it easier to peel. We're gonna start to prepare the filling. So first of all, we're gonna put onion and garlic. We're gonna let that there for a while. So in the original recipe, you should have chopped this very finely. In the meantime, we're gonna start doing the nogada. Our peeled nuez de Castilla, 1 cup of milk, 100 grams of goat cheese, 1 cup of Mexican cream, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of this brandy. And now we're gonna blend this. We're gonna add the meat, and we're gonna add the tomatoes. They should be peeled and chopped. So we're gonna add the cinnamon stick, 2 cloves. Now that the tomato has liberated a lot of its juice, we're gonna start adding all the nuts and the fruit. Raisins, almonds, pine nuts. I added all the fruits. I added the peach, the plátano macho, the pear, and the apple. At this point, we're gonna add salt and pepper. And now I have deseeded all my granada. Now that our chiles have been sweating for a while, it's time to peel them. I deseeded the chiles, and now I'm gonna start finally assembling. It took me like 4 hours. Urgently need that phones can start having like a system where you can smell what I'm smelling. I honestly think this is one of the best things that I've made. So here is final result. I know the sauce isn't as thick as I would like to, and to make it thicker, I would have probably needed to add less milk and added a lot more pecans. But you got no idea how this smells. And although I did make my salsa very runny, and I don't like that, the flavor is in the right place. You got no idea how good this is.